All right. Welcome in, everybody, to the Monday edition of Daily Bread. Coming at you live right at 1:20 on the East Coast. The number one spot to be coming in to make sure you get that Cash App or Venmo from your bookie each Monday. And it's not going the other way around, all powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be hopping into their DMs with NBA season, NHL, all the good stuff around the corner. Got European soccer back this weekend. So we'll be right back into the full swing of things and not just milking out the MLB games and the Big Ten Monday night football game we got going. So we're live on Twitter. I mean, it's not going to be a Big Ten style football game with the total of 39, but we're live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Hit that link up in the title if you want to be featured in dropping your best bets. Grill me for making bad jokes, whatever the hell you want to do. We got the number one subs out there. So we always want to know what you're thinking because we got a lot of thoughts on what happened this weekend in college football and the NFL. And we got media day today in the NBA as well. So, man, it is good to be fully back. Sosa in the swing of things with media day as well.
Hey man, yesterday just another great theatric performance from the NFL players. Just great productions they put out for the viewers. Just amazing television. Absolutely enjoyed every minute of it.
Imagine if you're the person that watched, or someone out there that watched the Saints Panthers at 1 o'clock, watched the Bucks Packers at 4:25, and then watched the Sunday night football game, and those were the only three games they watched that day.
Hey, like I said,
You could have
man.
been that person.
Hey, there was some good stuff in that game.
I mean, I was trying to pick. There wasn't a really low scoring 1 o'clock game that fit the mold of another bad joke.
Oh, worst game of the day was Houston Chicago. I mean, it lived up to it being as bad of a game as we
All
expected.
right, then that's the one I should have put in for the
That's
first
the
of the three.
one.
So somebody watched those three games. Maybe Steven was the only one who watched only those three games yesterday.
I mean, what the fuck? That was Davis Mills sucks. But I told everybody he sucked. All those Houston fans that were, oh, we're gonna be good this year. Shut the fuck up. Y'all stink. Y'all suck. I also told y'all that the Los Angeles Chargers are built like a house of cards. Bosa hurt. JC Jackson hurt. Rashawn Slater done for the season. Time to tank. Time to tank. Right?
I mean, the guard or the tackle just going out today is the biggest hit that they've had just because
Left
you
tackle.
don't have a comparable backup to that. And
Left
secondly, it's
tackle.
just, I mean, even in the fourth quarter, I mean, we saw a few games ago just a complete mismanagement by the health and just the staff of them. You said with JC on the show yesterday. I mean, at least Keenan Allen sat out yesterday, I guess. Hey,
Hey
is
man,
that the one you take from the Chargers that they held one guy out?
they should have sat every fucking body, including the quarterback. But here we are. Bosa's hurt. He's going to miss time with a groin injury. Pass rush is fucked up. J.C. Jackson got hurt. He'll hopefully be back next week. Just all bad, bro. It's all bad. And there's no positive takeaway from yesterday to me if you're a Chargers fan. Their training staff is
We
fucking
even say
horrendous.
about putting 30, allowing 38 at home either.
Oh well, I mean, I'm glad I was on Jacksonville. Regardless, like I said, they're a good young team. Could only imagine what they would look like if they were in the second year with a good coach, as opposed to having a new head coach back to back seasons, which is a death sentence for a lot of NFL teams.
Is
It, it,
Dougie P a quarterback whisperer?
no, he's a put some talent around the quarterback and maybe they'll be okay whisperer. Like that, there ain't no whispering shit. Like we knew that there was no talent around Trevor Lawrence, but people like to get on the internet and lie and make it seem like quarterbacks can just go out there and do it by them fucking self, unless their name is Lamar Jackson. Um,
Before we get to Lamar talk, real quick, Christian Kirk shut up a lot of people saying he got a
absolutely.
terrible contract. Just got to shout to him. He's been eating, but get to Lamar. Probably
I
the more
mean,
important.
who can do what he does? That's all. That's my own. At this point, that's my question. I want you to look at the games and tell me who can do what he does. There is no player more valuable. There's no better football player on the planet. I don't give a fuck how y'all want to twist it. Y'all can say there are better quarterbacks, but that's only because y'all want it to look a certain way. It's really that simple. I don't really give a fuck what anyone says in regards to having an opinion beyond that. But if you watch Lamar Jackson play quarterback, play in NFL games, and you can show me someone better, I would please do so. Show me someone that can do what he does. Show me. You can't, because he's one of one. He's the most electrifying, best player on the field every fucking time he steps on it. And we just saw what he did to a Bill Belichick defense. I mean, what more do you need to see? Maybe I don't know the making up and the lying about him and the narrative about him not being able to pass. The dude led the league in touchdown passes at 22 years old and won a unanimous MVP. Like, I don't know what people are missing. I don't know why the narratives and the lies continue to be spoken on him. I think that he's shown y'all he's about to go crazy. And I disagree. I like Trent, but he can't take it 80. Sorry to break the news to you, brother. Sorry to break the news to you, my boy. He can't take 180 on any given play. I love Trent, but I'm taking Lamar 10 times out of 10. Sorry to break that to you. And I'm a Trent Williams guy. I'm a Niner fan. Speaking about the Niners, we scored 10 points and lost by 1 last night. Really no takeaways. You guys can't back me up. The quarterback stinks. Kyle Shanahan is not a genius. Please stop fucking saying that. Russell Wilson won a game in which he shouldn't have won. Basically sounds like his whole fucking career in
I don't know how
past the Legion of Boom. So I
don't know how they're fucking 2-1.
Huh?
I don't know how they're 2-1.
They got Houston. They got a free win from Houston. So it is what it is. I am not necessarily sick, as people think. It's going to be like this all year. The defense is going to give us an opportunity to win a lot of games. It's going to be a matter of, can the offense execute when it's time for the money? That's it for me. In regards to us, other takeaways, looks like I'm right about the Miami Dolphins. It's only 3 games in, but their defense was on the field for 40 minutes yesterday against the best offense in football, and they couldn't even score 21 points.
Right now for Lamar to win MVP. Third.
I bet him preseason. We told y'all that's what it was. But like I said, again, we've seen him do it before. But again, I have to be accountable about just a regard in regards to my team. We did not perform well. Play calling was atrocious. Kyle Shanahan looked like a complete fucking bozo. I don't know what else to say. That's it is what it is. We look bad. The offense.
The Lions yesterday. That's my biggest thing. Man, when everyone's starting to feel great, get that hype back up. They really pulled the old school Lions yesterday, man.
Learning how to win when you're a young team is one of the hardest tasks in football. I would not be discouraged. They're a very young team, but you feel bad because we've seen this with the Lions before where they're in close games and they blow it at the end. So we get a lot of people who just say the same thing over and over. You lost. That's the game. It is what it is, man. But again, learning how to win in the league is extremely difficult. It's not an easy task. People can't just show up and, it takes time. I think Detroit has all the makings for a very good team. I think when Jameson Williams comes back, the offense is going to take another step forward as far as just explosive ability that he has. Minnesota won the game, but damn, Detroit really fucked it off, in my opinion.
I guess you're one other one you got to own so far. It's early. What's going up with the Saints?
Jameis Winston stinks right now. I mean, it's pretty clear. I mean, I hate to be the guy who talks shit on him. I spoke very highly of him. I thought that last year would he be able to, basically somersault or get, go out here and be effective, just given like the weapons that they have. He's looked inept. He's looked really, really bad. He's only played 1 good quarter of football, and that was in the first game of the season. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that they always lose to Carolina. Like that, I don't want to hear any of that shit. Like, I know the whole Sean Payton being gone thing, like, and y'all can use that as the excuse or reason as to why, but I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. I think you go out, you try to win the game, and if you don't, you lost because you didn't play well or you didn't do enough. But again, it's like I said, it's a week to week business, and it's funny because I was in the space earlier and I was trying to explain this. Like, the easiest way to get out of this is just to say there's only been three. It's only been 3 games. Now, for me, through 3 games, the thing I'm looking for is like extreme outliers or things that just don't look the norm, right? That's because those are the only takeaways. They have to be glaring for me to say 3 weeks in, this and that. Lamar Jackson, 3 weeks in, easily the best player in football. That's my takeaway. We just saw the same Miami defense that Lamar Jackson just shred go through hell, put Josh Allen through hell yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And they were throwing everything they could at Lamar. So, it's things like that stick out to me. And he just put up another 35 plus against Bill Belichick. The Miami Dolphins couldn't do that against New England, right? So again, it's things like that go on. Like you see, it's like, damn, like he just literally ran them through the tiller. They got smoked. Also, shout out to Kyle Hamilton, Notre Dame's finest, making one of the biggest plays of the game, made a fumble. Marcus Peters, what a great job of getting on top of that fumble to pretty much seal the game because Lamar got the ball back, went right down the field, scored a touchdown to seal it. So yeah, that's where I'm at as far as
when they get to the plays of the day, and then
shout out to the Eagles. So I got to give y'all a shout out. I mean, I just
need us to play 4 quarters before I can really get on my high horse, man. Because I was about to say the whole time I wanted to say Jalen, who's playing somewhat near Lamar, but he's not playing a full game yet. He's going wild for 2 quarters. No points the past 2 second halves. Is it a concern at this point, or are we just that good and just seeing out the games?
I don't think there's anything to really be concerned about. Y'all get up and y'all finish the game because y'all have people in your back end that can say, basically, we're not going to give up more than we have.
I know. I'm just saying we got the easy competition, you can say, so far. I just want to see the full 4. I mean, we've gotten it from the defense. I just want to get it from the offense.
I agree. But again, it's when you're beating the shit out of your opponent, y'all have not been challenged yet. Y'all have not been challenged yet at all.
Rolling in this weekend.
Yeah, I don't like. They just haven't been challenged. I just can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I want to see the full 4 quarters. But so 4 MLB games today. Anything?
Yeah, if you're betting on baseball, good luck. That's what I got. Like, I mean, maybe at Atlanta's team total or something. I looked at. Baltimore's pretty much out of it. Like the steam for Baltimore has dropped off. That's why I stopped giving baseball bets. If y'all notice, I bet on the same teams that made us a shit ton of money, and now I don't want to bet on baseball no more. We just watched 15
the playoffs.
Fucking 14 football games yesterday. I'm good. I don't fuck baseball.
I don't know. Might be better than the game tonight, but the Phils are fucking making me sweat it, man. That's all I really got to say.
Oh, y'all gonna make the playoffs.
10 straight road games? 10 straight to end the season?
You're gonna have to beat the Padres. I don't want to hear it. No crying in baseball. Beat the fucking Padres. I don't want to hear that.
No, we don't play the Padres. We're good.
Hold on. So I'm talking about hold on. If y'all make it, y'all will be in the play-in still, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We only have a 2.5 on the play, or 1.5 on the play-in on the Brewers right now. 10 straight on the road. The last 3 come at the Astros.
Would y'all play the Padres for the last spot? Am I tripping?
I think so. But
yeah, that's what I meant. I meant like to get in. I'm not worried about. I think y'all will get in just fine. But
1.5 over the Brewers, ain't big cushion. Last 3 at the Stros, 10 straight on the road.
Stros won't give a fuck. They've already wrapped everything up. You'll be good. They'll give you guys those wins. And plus, they'd much rather see y'all in the World Series than the fucking Padres. I promise you that. No offense to y'all, but I was just Just keeping it G, man. Keeping it being honest. You know.
All right, let's
Just
get to the Big Ten football game of the night. I don't even have the ticker ready. That's how much
Saquon
I like this
Barkley.
game.
Saquon Barkley, Micah Parsons. There's your ball game. There's your breakdown. Two aliens, and there's a bunch of average guys everywhere else. Saquon Barkley, Micah Parsons. Those are the two guys that are going to decide the ball game. Can Micah make a couple of plays that can keep his defense in it? We're not going to get a lot of points from Dallas's offense. They don't have a real number one receiver. They gave him away for a bag of chips. Their starting quarterback is hurt. The Cowboys didn't play well against Cincinnati, but again, Cincinnati's defense has played well through 3 games, and it's the backup quarterback. Listen, just about every point that I'm going to make here comes back to they have a backup quarterback. One team has a backup. One guy has a starter. I'm going with the starting quarterback.
But to go against it, backup quarterback, Giants are laying -1. It's essentially a pick 'em. Therefore, to the books, this backup quarterback ain't that bad or ain't that much worse than what's on the. That's where it's just strange because you're giving the other team 2 points off the line. Where
I'm on the Giants, man. I'm gonna just come out and say it. I'm on the Giants. I think the Giants win. People can call it fool's gold, whatever they want. One thing I'll give Brian Daboll: Brian Daboll does not ask his quarterback to do things he's not capable of. He didn't do it in Buffalo. He ain't doing it in New York. Really that simple for me. I don't believe that. I don't believe it to be an issue. I think that again, Dable has the pieces. I think he's gonna deploy them properly. I think that he is the guy. I think that he really might be one of those guys. Call him a quarterback whisperer, whatever you want to say. I just think he's a damn good football coach, and he really, really, really does put his guys in good situations. I think that's the best mark of a head coach. Is can you make sure that you put your players in position to be successful? He does that at an extremely high rate. I'm extremely high on him. Do I think that they are like world beaters or they can win the division? No. But against Dallas with a backup quarterback at home, correct? The game's in New York.
It's a whiteout.
I'm gonna stay away from that one.
You know why they did that, right?
No idea. Why did they do that?
Because
is this a Mara family thing?
No,
my bad. That was my fault.
I was about to say, it's probably going to be like 50-50. And it's essentially to make sure that all the Cowboys jerseys, most of them are usually white, to make it look like there's more Giants fans there. Make it look good on TV.
That sounds smart. But like I said, I'm going to stay away from because I got comments, but I'm going to leave my comments to myself.
I was about to say, it's like a Penn State level type of thing, doing the whiteout.
Yeah, that's what I thought of first. What a terrible program in Pennsylvania, man. I hate Penn State. Don't you just hate Penn State?
It's a cult.
They suck.
But they produce 2 of the best players from the game tonight.
The 2 best players went to Penn State.
They produced both of them.
Yeah. Fucking James Franklin getting these amazing Look, have you seen the running backs at Penn State right now? They got about 5 of them that are going to be in the fucking league, bro. Jesus Christ. They got at least 5 of them. No bullshit. They got at least 5 running backs that are there right now that are all going to play on Sunday. It's kind of
wild. This shit still is. Man, Jamar Chase had the same shit happen to him. The same thing with Micah. They really set out the COVID year, and it made their stock fall that much. Like, it's the wildest shit to look back about at this point. Unreal.
Micah Parsons should have been a top 3 pick.
You can go back to the point where the Eagles traded out of that pick to get Smitty. Remember?
Bruh.
Remember that? Can't really say much about
that guy. He's pretty good, huh?
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't really complain that much, but
he's pretty good.
Probably someone who could be Defensive Player of the Year for like his career would be nice as well. So that's what I mean. I'm throwing stones at this point.
For me tonight, the props
I can't really have the play on this game.
I definitely got my props up. I'm 100% rocking with the Giants tonight. Like I said, they're at the crib. I like them at the crib. Like I said, I've spoken on Micah Parsons, how highly I how highly I hold him as far as a talent. We're gonna take a ticket on my man Michael Gallup plus 260 for a touchdown. First game back, he wants to make a statement, whether he's on a pitch count or not. I know him to be a vertical threat. Usually, you like to try some vertical stuff early in a game with your backup quarterback. That would be my expectations. It's nothing but shot plays. At this point, what you're trying to do is you're trying to muddy up the waters and make the game as physical and ugly as you possibly can because you don't have the offensive firepower that you once had. This game's going to come down to
Gallup's not playing.
He's 100% out?
Yeah.
See, I kept seeing that he might play. Okay, so then Michael Gallup is not going to score because he's not suiting up. Literally, just trying. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. I was trying to pull it up there before I cut you off because I had no idea if it was true or not.
My bad.
Yeah, a few check marks saying it. Who knows? It could be NBA style.
Other than that, I think Zeke possibly to get in the end zone. Saquon, listen, I'm on Saquon to score a touchdown. It's at minus 105. I'm on Saquon's receiving yards, which I believe is at 23 and a half. I think that's easy money. I'm also rocking with Sterling Shepard in the event that I don't think he gets Diggs the whole game. But again, it's just I think that both teams are going to punt a lot. I think that we're going to get a lot of defense, and the under seems like the logical play. Like some you know what I mean? Like it seems like an ugly game. My only reservation,
Good weather. Nothing to worry about from that perspective.
Oh, yeah. My only reservation is that we got such a shitty non-television game last night in the San Fran game that maybe the ESPN directors have, a couple of curveballs for us. I mean, it is Joe Buck on our TV, so anything can happen.
You still go that one? You don't do the Manning cast?
Oh, man, I don't give a fuck about what Peyton and Eli think.
I usually switch over when they have a good guest on.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it. When they
didn't last year, every week they had the guy on, the next week they'd lose or something like that.
I usually just don't go with the current player. Like they usually had a celebrity or someone good on something.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I would flip over. Like when they had Marshawn on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's when I go over to it.
Yeah, I'm good off anything Manning related. Because I don't care about them personally. I hate Eli Manning. I think he's the most he's going to go down as the worst quarterback to ever make it in the Hall of Fame. Ever. Worst quarterback ever to make the Hall of Fame. He's going to be the worst first ballot player to ever make the Hall of Fame. And it will be because of his last name and 2 Super Bowl wins against one guy. His statistics, his record, everything about his career outside of his last name and 2 Super Bowl championships qualify him for the. Don't even mention Terry Bradshaw in the same sentence as him. Terry Bradshaw got 4 of them things. I ain't gonna let you do that. Better hit Noah Brown over 3.5 receptions. Hey man, I'm open to any sort of feedback you have in regards to tonight's game. I think I just about covered everything.
I mean, it could be a gold mine for player props because you got a lot of lower totals due to the total tonight, or it could just go as the books expect, and it's going to be a sweaty one. I mean, pick them for a reason. You've seen both of these offenses. I mean, the Giants I wouldn't say they're limited to what Sosa said. They're just calling it more correctly and setting up their offense to be in a better position than not. Really is the way it is. And then the Cowboys, I mean, I'm really not much to say about Cooper Rush. He looks to CD a lot. That's really it.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, we'll be back at you live tomorrow. Looks like only an MLB slate, so we'll have to get real creative.
One last thing. If you don't know who Javon Holland is after yesterday, you will. Superstar in the making. Second year in the league, played great last year, went to Oregon. If you're not familiar with the kid, get familiar. Single best player on the football field yesterday, and this was at the same time as Josh Allen. Pay attention.